All right, we're gonna do a Varroa check. This is a hive that my friend Joe bought from me as a super nuke, and it hasn't had much treatment and it's growing well. So we found the queen, have her in a clip so we know she won't jump onto the frame we need. We're finding open brood, so we've got nurse bees on it, which is what we want. And then we want to shake them in the tub. You get another one there, Joe?
I'm trying to find you one. Everything else looks closed.
This one right here had brood. Yep.
I'll pull that one.
All right.
Slide this one back.
All right.
Back in somewhere.
So we're shaking a couple of them in here. I like to use these plastic Jester nuke boxes because I can just kick them and knock the bees down off while I'm reassembling the colony, and let the more of the field bees and the more mature bees fly out. So I'm getting a really good check of my nurse bees, which is what I want to check. So we'll go ahead and get my easy check set up and ready. I'm using water with Dawn dish soap in it. I think it's 1 teaspoon to a gallon. And I want to fill it up enough that it's going to float the bees in it out of this little basket. I'll put that on the hive and hope I don't spill it in there. So now, a lot of the bees that can fly have flown away. I'll knock this thing down on its edge where I can get a big pile of bees down in the bottom like that, and I can take my half cup scoop, scoop them up, dump them in, and get the lid on it. All right, these can get dumped back in there. All right, so get this dang thing screwed on straight. And we want to shake it, puts the bees out of their misery really quick. We're just trying to agitate, shake the bees around, let them float in there. The screen in this tub is at angle, so when you swirl the water around, it jets water in there. So we want to go ahead and agitate it well for a while. Make sure we get the Varroa knocked off, and then I'll stop shaking it and I'll just swirl it and float those bees in there so that the Varroa settle down out of it. And if you get a chance to look at Randy Oliver's setup, because he does thousands of these things, and so they're set up to do them really fast, and I think they even have agitators they put them on to agitate them, and then he's got a mirror that he just holds them over so he can see what's in there and doesn't have to hold them up to the light. That one on the other side here, Joe, so you don't have two of those foundations next to each other, probably. Alright, we're going to just swirl it here for a little bit. There needs to be enough water in there that even when it suds up a little bit, that the bees are still in water and floating in water. Otherwise it won't settle out. They'll just be stuck in the foam. So we'll let it set a minute. and do a count. And we have mites. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mites. So when you look up from underneath, you can see them laying flat on the bottom. And so we have 300 bees in here, so you have to divide that number by 3. And that, if it was 6, that'd be 2%. If it was 9, it'd be 3. So we're between 2 and 3%, which is where you want to treat. It's not a bad count, but it's time, you know, to get a treatment on them. We've just put the oxalic strips on these guys, so that should start reducing numbers. But we will probably hit them with something else. I just ordered some thymol, and I'm going to try some thymol treatments. It's supposed to help with chalk brood, which I have a lot of trouble with. So we're probably going to put a round of that on everybody once the honey's pulled. So anyhow, that's how you do a Varroa test. And it's time to start doing that and thinking about it, because you want those numbers down going into August. You don't want to wait till September to get them down. It's too late then.